A few people were running forward in a panic, with several huge crocodiles chasing closely behind. They were in imminent danger. Luckily, the cabin wasn't far away, but just as the first people ran inside, the blonde at the back was grabbed by the ankle by a crocodile. Seeing this, everyone rushed to help. Finally, with everyone working together, they managed to close the gate. Soon after, things finally calmed down outside. Everyone was terrified, but the priority was to give the blonde a simple bandage to stop the bleeding on her bitten foot. Now they were temporarily safe, but they couldn't let their guard down, so they took turns keeping watch and resting. And so, they made it through the night. The next morning, Leo found a map from somewhere. According to the markings, there was a large building not far from here. As long as they crossed a river and walked another 3 miles, they could reach it. Therefore, Leo believed that perhaps only there could they seek help, but John thought it was too dangerous, because there were far more crocodiles outside than they imagined, and they were extremely ferocious. What would happen if they were attacked on the way? But if they stayed here, food would become their biggest problem. Since they were doomed either way, they might as well rush out. Maybe there was a chance of survival, so everyone decided to do it. They each found a stick and prepared to get out of here, but before going out, Sarah told everyone that although crocodiles don't crawl very fast on land, it would still be easy for them to catch up. Therefore, when we make eye contact with a crocodile, the only way is to run quickly in the opposite direction. If you are unlucky enough to be bitten, then don't panic, because struggling will only speed up your death. The right thing to do is to find a way to attack their eyes and nose, but this is only for operations on the shore. If you get into the water, they will spin you around like a propeller, until they tear your body to pieces, then stuff you under a rock to enjoy later. While Sarah was talking, John had already opened the door, so they set off on their escape again, but because the blonde's leg wound had not been properly treated, she hadn't walked far before her wound became so inflamed that it was too painful to walk. Helpless, everyone had to sit down with her to take a break. But then, Lisa wasn't happy, because she didn't think they should waste the best time to escape because of the blonde. This cold-blooded act aroused everyone's disgust, but at this critical moment, everyone was too lazy to argue with her, and the blonde, in order not to hold everyone back, could only endure the pain and let her husband help her stand up with difficulty and continue on with everyone. But just then, Leo seemed to hear the sound of running water nearby. Could the river they were going to cross be nearby? Everyone suddenly saw hope, so they immediately started walking quickly in the direction of the sound of the water. Sure enough, they hadn't walked far when they found the river they had been longing for, but how to get across? After thinking about it, they finally decided to make a simple raft to cross the river. Saying that, everyone immediately found a few trees and started building it. The brunette stayed on top to observe the surroundings, but just then, the brunette seemed to hear movement in the bushes behind her. In order not to disturb everyone building the raft, the brunette mustered up her courage and walked in alone.
Come on.
But the brunette actually managed to drive away a huge crocodile all by herself. Everyone admired her so much, but at the same time, they were worried for her. Fortunately, the raft was also built at this time, but just as they were about to leave, the people on the raft realized that the bag was still on the shore and hadn't been brought over. Helpless, Leo had to go